What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Let's talk very shortly today. It's Sunday. Let's chill. But about a very well divided crypto portfolio. Now, at the moment, you can look at the hypes. And if you want to trade crypto, if you want to trade the hypes, then it's very simple. BRC20, AI, and gaming. But also ask yourself what is actually sustainable for the coming year and a half. Because if that's how long the bull market is going to take from now on, and you don't want to trade too much, then you should also take a look at the projects that you feel like, okay, they're maybe not the most high rewarding, but at least also not that high risk. Then I think still gaming and AI would be very on top of that list. But what you can do is you can go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko and you go to categories. And here you'll find all the categories, and there are many different categories out there. There's even now a category for the coins that are labeled as a security by the SEC. So if you feel like, man, you know what? Let's go full DJ mode. You just buy anything out of this list and you probably get fucking wrecked, right? What you want to do is, and what my experience is in this stage of the market, you really want to invest in quality, and later on, maybe in 2025, when everybody has way too much money, you just put some money into bullshit like this category over here. Now, meme coins will make money, but it's also the category that will make people lose most money. Okay, because there are many meme coins out there. Right, there are just 364 listed on CoinGecko, but can you imagine all the crap that's not even here? That's coming with a lot of zeros behind that. All right, so you want to be careful with that. Same, by the way, for dark themed coins, because that's basically the same. But what you can do if you're building a crypto portfolio and you are not sure, like a lot of people would say, like, yo, you know, where's your expertise, right? Do you know a lot about gaming? And are you convinced about that? Go into gaming. And that's very good. But a lot of people, they don't have a clue what they're doing. Right? A lot of people, especially the people that are coming in crypto right now, they feel like, okay, I understand crypto gaming maybe a little bit, but I don't know. I'm not like a specialist in this field or anything. So maybe take a bit of each and one of the categories that you like for example, layer ones, right? We need blockchains. That's what cryptos build on, basically. So you need layer ones. What you can do, and that depends on how much money you have in crypto, right? Like if you have $500, don't put 10 coins in your portfolio. If you have $5,000, then you can maybe do that, right? If you have $50,000, then it's much more easy. So that depends on how much money you have. But what you can do is be like, okay, layer ones will always be there, right? You cannot I mean, probably, but you cannot say with full conviction that meme coins will always be there, right? It's not like we don't need meme coins. We do need layer ones. That's the difference. So what you can do is say like, okay, layer ones are there to stay. Let's research layer ones. And this is not a video on how to do your research, but now we're talking about it. You can, for example, go to DeFi Llama and you can go to chains. You can see a lot of layer ones right here, and you can see how much value is locked on them. Right? And the more value is locked, the more revenue they have, the higher the chances that they will actually survive. That's how you can do it. You can also take a look at what kind of projects are being built on it. So if you, for example, go all the way down, you go to Phantom, right? Not a lot being built on Phantom right now. So the biggest thing is a DEX. Then it's a yield aggregator, but more DEXs, more DEXs, more DEXs, more DEXs. But where is the actual utility, right? In that case, I feel like, okay, Phantom is not my bet for this bull market. And maybe it doesn't say that it won't come. But for now, I feel like, a lot is going on Solana, for example, right? A lot is going on Solana. So Solana has a lot on the chain. So Solana is not useless or anything. So you could say to yourself, like, okay, throw some money in Solana as a high cap, and I take a mid or low cap blockchain as well, right? And then you can maybe say like Oasis, right, for gaming. I think don't know really much about it, but I think it is super low cap for a layer 1. Research it, but that's how you can do that. Then you can go back and be like, okay, what else is something I want to invest in? Do I believe in exchanges? You can go to CEX tokens, exchange tokens, right? Well, also decentralized exchange tokens, because we have BNB, Uniswap, etc. But you can look like, okay, Gate. Hey, that exchange lately is listing some good projects, right? Research the use case of the Gate token. And if you like it, you could say like, well, you know what? $700 million market cap. It's not a BNB, of course, but the potential to grow is definitely there. You can also take a high cap and take a low cap. In my opinion, like maybe not now with this price, but BNB is a very good one. It's the native token of the biggest exchange and the native token of one of the biggest blockchains out there. So that's probably a good one, right? Take a high cap, take a low cap. Now there is so much that you can take a look at. Layer 2s, right? Come up with a couple of layer 2s. Polygon, Immutable, and try to make it make sense, right? Like, hey, Polygon and Immutable are the biggest one. What do they have in common except for being a layer 2? They're all about crypto gaming, right? So maybe look at play to earn, gaming. And be like, okay, I want to allocate a little bit into gaming, right? Let's go with some high caps, some infrastructure, right? It's no secret that gaming is, that's all we spoke about basically on this channel. Look at the trending page. Gala, Ronin, Illuvium, all gaming. And these are even the high caps, and they're gaining a lot. So although something might be high cap, it doesn't mean that there is no growth to go. And so you might be like, okay, I'll go with Immutable, a good layer 2, right? With a lot of games coming. Best infrastructure out there, probably. Feel like, okay, I want to go safe, and I also want to go with something bigger than just one game. Go with a studio, right? We have a Gala. I wouldn't go with Axie, but that's my opinion. That's just a game, a single game. Yeah, not such a good-looking game. Already a $1.7 billion market cap. I feel like there are better plays than that. We'll discuss them on the channel. So subscribe, like the video, turn the bell notification on, blah, blah, blah. Or you can combine it. Right? You'd be like, okay, Ronin, hey, that's gaming, but it's also a layer 1. You have 2 flies in one smack, as we say in the Netherlands. And you can go a little lower down the list. And you might be like, you know what? Mobile gaming is going to be big. Let's take a look at Nakamoto Games. We talked about it on the channel from 6 cents. It did a 50x so far. Okay, so be careful. It already mooned. But it doesn't mean it can go up any further. But you can go way more down the list. And you could look at single games. Cornucopias, one of the best looking games out there, really. $77 million market cap, right? Super low. Or you want to go with a studio like Gala, but you feel like, yeah, but Gala is way too high already. Go with a, Games for a Living, for example. Or Playable Games, if you want to put the AVAX narrative on it as well. I think this is a great bet. And then you can check this whole list and just be like, okay, what different categories are there within this category, right? There's gaming, yeah, but you have, like I said, the infrastructures, the layer 1s, you have the studios, the launch pads, the Steam platforms like Ultra or Portal or whatever, right? And just look at it like that. That's a way you cannot really go wrong. Right? And a lot of things are kind of the same. Gaming utility token is basically the same. Gaming blockchains, that's interesting that they have an own category, by the way. So here you can find the gaming blockchains, like I said, Oasis. Hey, if Beam and Ronin are doing so fantastic with this market cap, then maybe Oasis has some room to grow, right? Wax, for example, not a lot is being built on there. right? And you can use the website theappradar.com. You can get a little bit more info about that as well. I have to verify that on Human. So you can go on this website and you can basically find what games are there. This is basically a complete overview of all these games, but also on what chains, what games are being built, right? So you can here, for example, select, let me check what's nice these days. Solana, right? No, wait, let's go with Ronin. Ronin is really doing very well now. So you can go with Ronin. And then here you can see like, hey, what's being built on Ronin? Okay, pixels. Insane amount of players, right? Insane amount of players. But even Axie still has a lot, right? This one I don't know, by the way. But you could be like, hey, if there's so many players coming to the Ronin chain, I don't necessarily have to invest in this project, but the Ronin chain apparently does something right, so let's invest over there. Right? That's a way to do it. You can take a look at a lot of stuff on this website. I love this thing. So that's how you build a well-structured, organized portfolio. Now, I would say go a little with DeFi as well, right? And DeFi is very big, basically, right? But what you can actually do is you can check, and that's also here, I think, on DeFi Llama. Here you can see the revenue, fees/revenue of a couple of protocols, etc., etc., etc. So, like for example, Radium is a DEX on Solana, the leading DEX on Solana, and it has a lot of fees and a lot of revenue. So you know that apart from Solana, Radium is probably a good play, because if people use Solana, they have to go through Radium to buy and sell stuff. So you can say like, hey, Solana, I like the chain, I like the narrative, I like everything that's going on right there, but Solana itself is too high. Well, what do people need to use Solana? A DEX, Radium, right? And Radium, you know, Solana has a $50 billion market cap. Radium is like 300 million. We'll never get to 50 billion, of course. But still, this is a little bit more low cap than that. That's how I would divide it. And if it is not too late, I would look at launchpads. Because at a certain point, and I've been talking about this for so long. I talked about CDFI at 63 cents. It's now sitting at 440. It doesn't mean it cannot go higher, but I hope that you understand, like, hey, in a bull market, people have way too much money and they want to go into new launches. Like this is Portal, for example. Quite beautiful, quite beautiful. I love it. But they want to get into new launches. So they look, for example, at a CDFI, right? Basically the blue chip launchpad. Like I said, in a bull market, people have too much money and they want to get into new sales because they do it easy 10, 100, whatever X, right? And you want to be there. But people didn't want to buy it over here because they couldn't even imagine there was a bull market coming where people had too much money, right? And that matters. How much conviction do you have, right? Because CDFI already pulled off a 9X, basically. So you really want to buy the fear in the market. So I would say whenever there's a good pullback, launchpads are the easiest play out there. The easiest play. So that's it for today. I wanted to keep this short. Check out the Patreon down below as well. A lot of exclusive videos, etc. So do check it out. You can learn a lot right there. Great community. It's just time to prepare. The last time to prepare, actually, because it is starting to happen. If we get another good correction or a good dip in the market, you can, like, if you're like religious or not, I'm not, but I will thank God. I will thank God for that. Because the market now shows, like, guys, it's going to happen, right? And a lot of people, unfortunately, missed out. I hope you don't. So get that perfect portfolio for yourself and let's ride this bull.